There's a room in your home you visit every day. Maybe in the quiet of morning, still half asleep. Maybe late at night when the house is silent. You turn on the light, wash your hands, flush the toilet, routine, forgettable. But what if that simple room is quietly affecting more than just your hygiene? What if it's draining your energy, your peace of mind, even your financial stability without you ever realizing it? Sounds odd at first. A bathroom. Really? But think about it. It's the only space in your home designed entirely around flushing, draining, and release. Water, our most symbolic and literal life force, moves out from that room dozens of times a day. In some cultures, especially those that study the flow of energy in the home, the bathroom isn't just where water escapes. It's where opportunity can leak away, where luck, energy, and even wealth can quietly slip through the cracks. You don't have to believe in superstition to understand the idea. Maybe you've been working harder than ever, and still your bank account never seems to grow. Maybe there's a tension in your chest that doesn't go away, no matter how much sleep you get. Or maybe your home just feels off, like something's stuck, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Today, I want to share a simple shift. It's not a magic trick. It won't solve every problem, but it will help you look at one space in your home, the bathroom, in a new light. A quiet, mindful ritual you can do in under 5 minutes. One that can help clear emotional heaviness, block energy leaks, and reset how your home supports you. It starts not with what you want to gain, but what you're ready to release. And it begins at the place you never thought to look, your toilet. Part 1. Feeling stuck, tired, and broke isn't always about what you do. You work hard. You do the right things. You save when you can. You try not to complain. You've learned to live with less, stretch a dollar, and stay strong for your children, your partner, yourself. But somewhere along the way, you started feeling like no matter how much effort you put in, nothing really moves. Bills keep coming, plans get delayed, and even when money shows up, it slips away again. Not in huge disasters, not in one big blow, just slowly, quietly, like water down a drain. And that's what it starts to feel like: your energy, your luck, your strength draining, little by little, every single day. It's not dramatic enough to stop you in your tracks, but it's just enough to wear you down. And after a while, you begin to wonder, is it me? Am I doing something wrong? The truth is, sometimes the problem isn't what you're doing. It's what your space is doing to you. Not the economy, not your attitude, not your work ethic, but the quiet, constant influence of your environment. The overlooked parts of your home that are quietly shaping how you feel, what you attract, and how energy flows through your life. You might think that sounds abstract. But have you ever walked into a room and felt heavy for no reason, or felt more tired in your own house than you do in someone else's? That's not your imagination. That's energetic residue, unspoken emotion, stagnant air, silent memories that live in the walls, the corners, and especially in places where things get dumped. Now pause for a moment. Think of the bathroom, not as a place for washing up, but as a space designed entirely around release. Everything in that room is made to flush, drain, dispose. Water leaves there more than anywhere else in your home. Energy leaves there too. And if the energy in that room is stuck, heavy, or neglected, it begins to affect everything else around it, including you. That's why no matter how much effort you pour into your life, it still feels like something is leaking. Because it is. Maybe not through your wallet, but through your environment, especially through the places where energy isn't being respected, tended to, or held with care. And most of the time, the bathroom is the one room that gets cleaned but not cleared. Functional, but not mindful. And in homes where that energy builds up, things don't just go wrong, they stay wrong longer than they need to. The signs are often subtle. Feeling drained when you wake up, even after sleeping. Tension in your body without a clear source. Arguments that start over nothing and spiral quickly. Money that shows up, then disappears before you can use it wisely. It's like you're swimming upstream, always trying, rarely arriving. And because you're strong, you keep going. But deep down, you wonder, why does it have to be this hard? Here's the truth most people overlook: the emotional atmosphere of your home matters just as much as the physical. And bathrooms, small, utilitarian, often ignored, hold a massive energetic role in your daily life. It's where your body releases. It's where your mind relaxes. It's where your emotions linger unnoticed. If this space is energetically blocked, your flow is blocked too. Your money, your clarity, your peace. You don't need to believe in energy work to notice what happens when a space feels heavy. You've felt it, we all have. And the bathroom, as strange as it may sound, often holds more silent weight than any other room because it's the exit point for everything you don't want. And yet, we don't think to clear it in a meaningful way. We clean the sink, we spray the air. But we don't pause, reflect, or release what's been building up there. And that buildup starts to affect the very core of how we function. If your home is a body, the bathroom is the exhale. If the exhale is tight, shallow, or blocked, the whole system suffers. That's why in so many cultures, water is associated with money not because of superstition, but because water represents flow, movement, life not being stuck. And when the one place designed to carry water away becomes energetically neglected, it doesn't just remove waste. It pulls good things with its stability, confidence, luck. You may not realize it, but that low-level unease you've been carrying, that feeling of being almost okay but never quite grounded, it might not be your mindset, it might be your space. And more specifically, the part of your space that's flushing away more than you intended. But here's the good news: it doesn't take a renovation, a budget, or a deep spiritual awakening to begin shifting it. It starts with awareness, and from there with a simple, quiet act of care. Something so small, so gentle, it almost feels silly at first. But I promise it makes a difference. Because the goal isn't to force wealth into your life. It's to stop pushing it away without knowing. It's to stop leaking what you've worked so hard to hold. It's to stop feeling like your best efforts vanish without explanation, and instead, begin to shift the current gently toward you. To let your home hold your strength instead of draining it. To allow rest to actually restore you. To invite money not as a reward, but as a reflection of a home and a heart that's no longer fighting itself. This isn't about blame. It's about reclaiming something you didn't know you'd lost. The quiet power of your space. The silent influence of water. The ability to notice what's been draining you and gently, firmly, say, not anymore. Part 2. A 3-minute ritual to reset your home's wealth energy. What if 3 minutes could change how your home holds energy and how that energy supports your life? I'm not talking about magic. I'm not asking you to believe in anything new. I'm simply asking, what if the act of intention applied with care in a space that drains more than water could begin to shift what's been quietly holding you back? The most overlooked space in your home is also the most powerful when it comes to letting go. And today, I want to show you a ritual so gentle, so simple, that it might feel like nothing is happening. But the shift it creates is not loud. It's quiet, subtle, steady. Like a window cracked open after years of stale air. To begin, gather 4 items: 1 clove of garlic, a pinch of ground cinnamon, a green candle, and a small mirror. You may already have these in your home, and if you don't, they're easy to find. These aren't sacred objects. They're everyday things. What matters is how you use them, and the sincerity you bring to the moment. Start with the garlic. Hold it in your hand. Don't rush. Just sit or stand in silence and breathe. You don't need incense or mantras. You don't need to close your eyes if that feels forced. Just breathe and say out loud or inside, I place my heaviness here. I allow it to leave. That's it. Garlic is known not for bringing wealth, but for absorbing what blocks it. It's planted in the dark, but holds a strong, grounded energy. In this ritual, garlic becomes the carrier of what you're ready to release. Next, sprinkle cinnamon onto the garlic. Just a pinch. Cinnamon represents warmth, movement, and the first spark of return. If garlic is the exhale, cinnamon is the inhale, the beginning of new flow, new clarity, new opportunity. Then light your green candle. Green is the color of growth, of quiet strength. Not flashy, not aggressive. Just life renewing itself, little by little. Now, place the mirror near the candle so it reflects the flame. Let the reflection fill the room. Mirrors don't just reflect images, they reflect energy. They remind a space that it can shine again, even if it's been dim for a long time. At this point, you may already feel a shift, a change in temperature, a sudden stillness, a clearing, like your mind stopped racing for a moment. Or maybe you feel nothing. That's okay too. This isn't about feeling spiritual or chasing a sign. This is about you taking a moment to show your space and yourself that you are paying attention. Then, write something down. It can be a number, a debt, a feeling, a phrase like I feel stuck or I don't know how to fix this. Write slowly. Don't rush. You're not making a list, you're naming a weight. Naming it is how you begin to put it down. Now comes the release. Open the toilet lid. Drop the garlic in. Don't stare, don't hesitate, don't second guess, just flush. And here's the most important part: do not look back. The moment you flush, let it go. You are not here to beg for change. You are here to create space for it. You are not here to fight your circumstances, you're here to shift the energy beneath them. Blow out the candle. Stand still. Just breathe. For 10 seconds, do nothing, because something already happened. Not dramatic, not fireworks. Just a subtle return to balance. A sense that something inside the home and inside you has been acknowledged and is now moving again. You see, energy doesn't need to shout. Sometimes the biggest changes begin in silence. In 3 quiet minutes of presence. In one flush that says, I don't need to carry this anymore. And no, this ritual won't erase your credit card debt overnight. It won't cancel bills or write checks. But it will change your relationship with the part of your home that's been working against you. And that matters more than you think. Because every time you walk into that bathroom after today, you'll remember this is not just a place to wash away dirt. It's a place to release energy. And when that energy is honored, the rest of your home begins to breathe again. You begin to breathe again. In a world that constantly demands effort, performance, and pushing forward, this ritual is a pause, a reset, a reminder that some of the most powerful shifts happen not by trying harder, but by releasing what's quietly draining you. You don't need candles every day. You don't need cinnamon and mirrors all the time. But you do need moments like this where intention meets space, where your home becomes your ally, not your burden. 3 minutes, 1 clove of garlic, and a quiet decision to stop letting your energy, your money, your peace slip away unnoticed. That's not superstition, that's respect. For yourself, for your space, for what you're ready to reclaim. Part 3. Write down the weight that's pressing on your chest. There's something about writing things down, really writing them, that makes them real. You can carry a worry for months without naming it. You can lie awake at night with numbers circling your mind. But until you put it on paper, it stays in the shadows, just out of reach. Naming something gives you power over it. And in this ritual, the most important step isn't what you pour or flush, it's what you face. That this is where the shift begins. Not with action, but with honesty. So take a piece of paper. Nothing fancy. A notebook. A receipt. An envelope from a bill you haven't opened yet. Write what weighs on you, not everything, just the one thing you think about most often. The unpaid balance that brings a tightness to your chest. The feeling of failure you never talk about. The anxiety that creeps in when you open your banking app. Write the number. Write the fear. Write the emotion behind it. Not for anyone else to read. Not to fix it. Just to face it. If it's debt, write the amount even if it's scary. If it's a feeling, describe it as best you can. Don't hold back. The paper can take it. And the moment you write it down, you're no longer running from it. You're meeting it. And strangely enough, that moment, the pause, the pen, the silence is where healing begins. You're not writing to solve it. You're writing to stop carrying it in silence. There's dignity in that. Power, even. Most people avoid what scares them. We distract ourselves. We stay busy. We don't want to think about it right now. But what we avoid doesn't disappear. It just grows heavier. And when we finally turn to face it, we often realize the fear of the thing was worse than the thing itself. So don't rush this part. Sit with your words. Let your hand move slowly. There's no right way. You might write one word. You might write a sentence. You might cry. Or feel nothing at all. It's all valid. What matters is that for the first time, maybe in a long time, you're not pretending it's fine. You're not brushing it off. You're not making yourself smaller just to handle it. You're acknowledging your truth with a steady hand and an open heart. And that one piece of paper scribbled, creased, stained with coffee or tears is no longer just paper. It becomes the bridge between holding it in and letting it go. You've carried this weight long enough. Now, you're giving it shape, and soon you'll give it release. Because nothing transforms without being seen first. And you, right now, are choosing to see it with clarity, with courage, and with compassion. This is how the shift begins. Quietly, honestly, powerfully. Part 4. Flush it but don't look back. This is the part where most people hesitate. Not because the action is difficult, but because the symbolism is undeniable. You've held the garlic, you've written the weight, you've created a space of stillness, of intention. Now you're standing at the edge of release and your body knows it. You can feel it in your chest. The truth is, letting go isn't hard because of the act itself. It's hard because we're so used to holding on, even to what hurts, even to what's been draining us. There's a strange comfort in the familiar weight of struggle. At least we know how to carry it. But now, you have a choice. to keep it with you, or to send it away for real. Walk to the toilet, slowly. Not like you're performing a task, but like you're honoring a moment. You're not throwing something away. You're releasing something that's been silently shaping how you think, how you breathe, how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Open the lid. Take the garlic, the one that's held your words, your worries, your heaviness, and drop it in. You may feel resistance. That tiny voice saying, "What am I doing?" Let it speak, then let it pass. You are not doing this for logic. You're doing this for freedom. And freedom rarely begins with logic. It begins with trust. Now flush. Don't look. Don't follow it with your eyes. Don't reach for what you just released. Let it go fully. That's where the power lives. Not in the swirl of water. Not in the sound, but in the choice to not chase it. To not revisit it mentally. To not pull it back into your story once it's left your space. That's what makes this ritual different from everything else you've tried. You're not asking for anything. You're not manifesting or visualizing. You're not trying to fix your life. You're just doing what most people forget to do: create an ending. So many struggles linger not because they're unsolvable, but because we never give them a door to leave through. This is that door. Now, blow out the candle, not as a gesture of finality, but as a way of softening the moment. Let the room dim. Let your nervous system register that something is over, that you've done your part, that the home has witnessed your courage and will now respond in kind. Stand still. Don't rush to clean up. Just breathe. One inhale, one exhale. Let the silence wash over you. You might feel lighter. You might feel tired. You might feel nothing. All are signs that something shifted. Because the real change doesn't happen in the fire or the water. It happens in the stillness that follows when your body, your space, and your heart come into alignment. When you stop clutching at control and start trusting in release. You see, we live in a culture that tells us to hustle, to push, to do more. But sometimes the most radical thing you can do is stop holding what no longer serves you. And this ritual, it's a quiet act of rebellion against the belief that everything must be earned through pain. It's a soft declaration that you deserve peace, not just productivity. That your home should hold you, not drain you. That your efforts matter, but so does your energy. And here's what happens after. Life doesn't change overnight, but it breathes differently. You notice small things, a clear thought where there was fog, a lighter mood in the mornings, a phone call that brings unexpected ease. Not because you summoned magic, but because you cleared the debris that kept good things from reaching you. Think of it like opening a window. The wind doesn't rush in because you ask it to. It comes because the space finally allows it. This is what flushing becomes: a signal. A quiet message to your environment, your body, and whatever you believe moves through this life, that you are ready for a new chapter. That you are done repeating the old ones. That you are no longer a container for energy that doesn't belong to you. And if, in the days to come, the old heaviness tries to return through doubt, stress, or habit, remember this moment. Remember that you flushed it for a reason. You closed the lid for a reason. And you didn't look back because you no longer live in that story. That is how we begin again. Not with a bang, but with a breath. Not with force, but with release. Not with certainty, but with willingness. So if you're still standing there, wondering if it worked, know this: it already has. Because something in you said yes. Something in you made space. And now your home knows it, your body knows it, and slowly, life will begin to follow. Finally, you didn't just flush a clove of garlic. You flushed something you've been holding maybe for years. A burden that's lived in your chest. A tension that's lingered in your home. A silent story that no longer belongs in your life. What you did today wasn't about superstition or belief. It was about energy. And energy at its core is movement. The way your space moves. The way your breath moves. The way your emotions move. When anything stays stuck too long, be it air, water, or worry, it begins to shape us. It colors our choices, our moods, our relationships. But the beautiful part, you're never truly stuck. You can always open a window. You can always choose to release. And sometimes, that choice starts in the most unexpected place: a quiet bathroom, a flickering flame, a breath, a flush. The science behind energy is simple. Our environments affect our nervous systems. Our nervous systems affect our thoughts. And our thoughts shape how we see the world. When your home holds chaos, your body tenses. When your home holds peace, your body rests. That's not magic, it's biology. But when biology and intention come together, something deeper opens. A calm knowing. A return to yourself. And if you felt even a moment of stillness today, a moment of breath where there used to be weight, then this ritual worked. Not because of what you used, but because of how you showed up, with sincerity, with quiet strength, with the courage to say, I'm ready to let go. You may not see all the results right away. That's okay. Healing doesn't always look like change on the outside. Sometimes it feels like a lighter morning, a softer conversation, a quieter mind, and that's more than enough. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for trusting this space and for trusting yourself. I don't take your presence here lightly. I hope something in this ritual helped you feel a little more grounded, a little more seen, a little more held. And if nothing else, I hope you remember this: you are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are simply someone who is finally choosing to clear the path so that something new can find its way to you. May your home feel lighter. May your nights be softer. May your heart remember how to receive. And may the next chapter come gently, like morning light through an open window.